chronic disease if you've been vaccinated compared to the children that had not been vaccinated. So 150% increased risk, not 2.5%, like, hundreds of percents. And then ultimately huge areas of like neurodevelopmental disorders, 6 times the rate of neurodevelopmental disorders if you've been vaccinated compared to not vaccinated, nearly 6 times the rate of autoimmune disease if you've been vaccinated compared to the vaccinated. There was categories we couldn't even get the statistics on because there were 0 children in the unvaccinated group. So you can't even do math. They just zero that out. It would be like 250, I think it was ADHD, had like 250 kids vaccinated in the ADHD group because 0 in the unvaccinated. They couldn't even come up with a 1 out of blah, blah, blah statistic. That was impossible to come to. So there's a lot of issues like that too. But ultimately, the scariest part of this whole study was they did a time-to-date analysis over the course of 10 years. What would the likelihood you would have a chronic disease be? And amongst the vaccinated, you come out at 57% of the vaccinated would have a chronic disease, and only 17% will have a chronic disease at 10 years old. That's a horrific stat. That is a Mount Everest between the unvaccinated and the vaccinated, and none of it looks good. So it's a really shocking study. People that go to inconvenientstudy.com, you can download the study, read the whole thing yourself, but you see why he was afraid to publish it and why he believed if it was published, it could spell the end of the vaccine program. And so it's shocking.
But
really shocking.
What people don't understand, which still blows my mind, is that I think in people's minds they just think vaccine should be trusted, and all doctors and the big pharmaceutical, no matter what, should be trusted. And we lived a lifestyle like that for a very long time. And maybe there was people in the very beginning that were caring, but the almighty dollar knows how to weasel its way in, and it knows how to